Alright, I'm doing more of this, I guess. Fucking video games. Everybody sound off.
Doc, it's Drunkles.
Fuck you. Thought we were friends.
It's me,
Turns out
Dr.
you're just some
Drunkles.
asshole.
Video
It's Doc,
games.
Doc,
They were
Dr.
probably a
Dick.
mistake.
God damn it, fanboy.
I am here to ruin this.
And I appreciate that. I really, truly do. Alright, so yeah, more Sonic 3D Blast Director's Cut, which I guess I'll
You
get around
don't
to
know
posting
that too.
eventually. You know, whatever.
I'll get you deeper.
You're gonna be singing that the entire evening, aren't you, dude?
Come on, please help me, Dr. Dick.
Like, we
Yes.
somehow, like, went, like, a whole hour, just you, me, and Soy, just, you know, talking like, you know, normal humans do. And now you're just going to, like, sing Dr. Dick for the rest of the evening, aren't you?
I'm Dr. Dick.
You're a monster. There's no saving you.
No, he's a doctor. Get it right.
You know,
See, someone
I'm
gets
very
my
upset
important
that
medical
this makes sense.
PhD.
Alrighty. But yeah, no, Sonic 3D, it's still not a great game, but I appreciate its developer
It's
a lot.
a mildly improved game.
And it's
Yes.
not Sonic Blast.
Oh, that is extremely
That's
true, yes.
That's true.
It has not successfully become Sonic Blast.
I mean, you know, it's working on it. It's got a ways
That's
to go.
because it's 3D, you see.
What do you
Well,
hit
I
me
mean,
there?
that's the thing. At
I
least,
don't
like,
actually know
the
what hit me there. I don't... I was, like, standing on... Oh, okay, the lava pit is throwing out lava. And, oh, God.
Yoga Inferno!
Bird is stuck
Sonic
down
was
there.
hit with the inevitability that he's going to die one day, and it
Right.
caused him
No.
to lose all his rings.
I was talking to some just rando on Twitter about frickin' Sonic's innate peace with the impermanence of both the universe and himself the other week.
Oh, dear.
That does sound like you, yes.
you know, it is
The
sort of funny
persistence of
that all
Sonic.
of our stream chats eventually turn to that subject.
They all turn into, like, frickin' the philosophy of Sonic, because we're all idiots.
I would say we're all geniuses, because you have to be smart to be a philosopher. That's extremely true.
That's
Again,
not even
I'd say
Do I have to talk to you about how many people have called themselves philosophers that believe in things that were said by Ayn Rand?
Well, Ayn Rand, for starters.
I know, that's the point I'm making.
Can we not bring up Kanye West?
Oh, he's got dragon energy.
oh
No, I
dear.
never would have thought that, like, Kanye West would, like, be veering very close to, like, peak, who is he? Charlie Sheen. But here we are.
He's well into
I
that
mean,
territory at this stage.
I can sort of see it. I just didn't think it would be this bad.
Didn't think it would be so. Didn't think, like, the next escalation would happen
Yeah.
so quickly.
I'm just so glad we have Janelle Monáe talking sense to the world.
Which I don't actually know who that is off the top of my head. I feel like I should though. I feel like
Oh,
I'm.
man.
I feel like I'm failing you all by not knowing who that is off the top of my head.
It's okay,
I
I
feel
don't know
failed.
either, so...
I feel like I've been failed.
So, like, she is the pop artist whose, like, last 2 or 3 albums had been concept work about a lone queer robot, you know, sort of on the run from society for loving a human being.
Okay, Muteki, like, this is something that
Is that Nier
how to
Automata?
put this delicately. Only you would care about. Only you, nobody else, just you. And
I wouldn't-
you know,
I wouldn't
I'm
go that
actually happy
far.
for you. It's like you found your very own Dwayne and Brando or Duo to Duo. The artist that like speaks to you directly and nobody else.
I'm pretty sure Kuo to Duo did that same story, but he just shouted like, "You work hard, you play hard, a steel worker. You give handjobs to robots, a steel jerker."
that is
jeez.
actually what Duo to Duo said. Yes.
Don't get your
I'm
hands
just
stuck in
saying,
the
they're the
gears,
same
alright?
subject matter.
I actually
Oh, dear.
referenced a Kuo to Duo lyric while talking to G Crusher on one of his streams,
Oh, man.
and he was like, "What is that from?" And I'm like,
It's better you don't
It
remember.
would take a while for me to explain it to you since you don't know. But
There's too much
basically-
context here.
Basically, just imagine like the worst person imaginable, and now imagine that they were a nerd rapper. But not like an actual
Oh, my.
nerd, but that wasn't actually them, it was a character they were playing up on purpose.
Right, of course.
Hence the name Kuo Duo, which refers to one person.
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
yeah.
Yeah, there is in fact no two duo in the two duo.
Maybe it exists in his mind. Perhaps he's
That's sort of like
got
what he was
multiple
going
personality disorder.
for. That's
There
sort
you
of like
go.
what he was going for. It was he's Carl Olson basically, who has made actual things that other people have heard of. But he made Kuo Duo for like literally this this nerdcore rapper forum that I lurked on for years but never posted on because I'm not a rapper.
You should have. You should have rapped.
I shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Could have been a contender.
Could have been a lot of things.
Oh, that does remind me, Beat. Did you hear what the plot synopsis is for Creed 2?
Oh, there's a second Creed? That's cool.
Yeah, of course they're doing a second Creed.
Well,
but,
yeah, I mean, obviously, but like, you know, I don't really know what they. I mean, like, okay.
He's boxing Ivan Drago's son.
Well, but seriously?
Really?
Yes.
That's. I mean, that's kind of awesome. I'm not complaining. Was I
Interesting.
going for all the emeralds? I already missed one. Should I even try to get the others, or should I just show off the?
You can go back for them in the post game.
Yeah, I mean, the
you
game
go.
has saves now. This is very easy to do.
I mean, it has a password save. That's hardly counts.
That's significantly better than what it had before.
Which is
Hey,
not
Van
very
True,
nice.
saying at least Beat is playing a good Sonic for once. Come on, we spent like two weekends ago.
There's
We spent
so
Friday
much
night playing
Mania.
Sonic Mania.
I've
Yeah.
played so much Mania, and like, I don't think I've ever streamed a bad Sonic game, other than maybe the original 3D Blast. If
You played
wanna put it
Blast
that
a few
Yeah,
weeks ago
yeah,
as well.
you played it. It was the intentional.
I think he
part of the
immediately
game.
deleted
by
it from
that
his
point-
brain.
That was
by that point,
That was
I
when the
already
Sonic Madness
so
met the
shit-hammered,
Sonic
like,
Mania.
I couldn't even remember, dude. Like, I wouldn't.
He was so hammered he does not recall having played it.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Good. Honestly, that's probably the best possible outcome.
yeah.
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 You sounded like you were in pain that entire time.
You really did.
He got really furious.
I mean,
Even I felt a little bad for having you play it.
I mean, okay, that
Like-
was like
like,
my
he gets
punishment
rated
for
on a
losing
Fury-
losing the race. Spoiler alert: I lost the race. I was like,
Beat is
I've been watching the videos, and Muteki, I gotta say, you did a great job with those. Like, fucking fantastic work. I commend you and applaud you.
Thanks.
But,
Yeah, I'm spending way too long on them, but honestly, I have been enjoying doing that.
Okay,
So
well, I'm very glad you're enjoying it because, like, when I saw how much you wrote and like that stupid bar chart thing I made, I literally was trying to say, "Look, bro, I thought I already talked about the levels like enough. I thought
you're
that,
showing
like,
me up.
I thought that, like, you know, you could take a break. That was what I was going for. You could, you know, just take it easy." But like, you're writing so much.
Muteki having fun with the LP is talking about it eternally.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
no, I mean,
As long as
you-
you're
you
enjoying
don't-
yourself.
yeah. You don't understand how long I can talk about Sonic for.
No, dude, I totally understand because I am you in that regard.
Wow.
You can talk about it almost as long as I can talk about any video game that's obscure
Come on,
enough.
Birdie, come over to me. Come on, Birdie. Come on.
I should have
Birdie.
written your
Come to
thesis on Sonic.
Come to Sonic.
Yeah, I probably could. I literally just talked about how I was talking to like some guy about how Sonic is sort of like a classical nihilist at peace with both his own impermanence and the impermanence of the universe. And like with
Well, I'm
Sonic
sure your
can-
philosophy professor
with
would
the
have
full
said it.
understanding that he will not exist forever, which allows him to embrace the fact that he will that there will one day like be a lack of himself.
Memento Mori.
Oh, I
If
died.
Sonic can run to infinity,
Yeah.
can he run back?
But
Yes.
when you think about
There,
it,
I've
movement
solved
has
it.
changed. So wow, I died
But
again.
Sonic is unchanging.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like
Also, you are getting just wrecked.
look,
by the way.
I have an excuse. I am extremely
No, you
drunk.
Get a better excuse. Buy a new
And
one.
discussing
How can I get
Sonic
a better
philosophy.
excuse, like other than just going back to the fridge and pouring a third?
You say that as though you don't intend to.
I mean, well, my glass is empty and I am thirsty. Be right back.
Oh
This is
dear.
on your head, fanboy. This is
How
all
is
your
this my
fault.
fault? How is this my fault?
Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
It's not. I've been blamed for this many times before, and it's never once been true.
I'm actually all out of beer right now. I considered getting more the other day, but I think what I'm probably gonna do, like tomorrow, is I'm gonna go out to like the Midtown area where all the shops are, and probably pick up something at Trader Joe's because I feel like they've got a little bit better prices on stuff than the stuff around here does.
Mm-hmm. I need to get some more soda, actually. Not that much of an alcoholic drinker, but I do drink a lot of soda. God, it's so weird just looking at 3D Blast and thinking like what would have happened to Sonic today if this was the direction that Sonic kept going in? Like if 3D
Well, it never would have
Blast,
happened because Sega of Japan would not have touched it.
All right,
even
I
just
poured that
out
one
of
just
spite.
right, so I'm very happy right now.
This is
Perhaps.
this is very clearly Sonic at his most Britishest.
Oh yes, no, this is an extremely European game.
But like, even if people had liked this game more, I feel like Sega of Japan would have forged a different path, just essentially out of spite.
maybe.
I got
Yeah,
the
it is sort of
impression- This might be just me, but I got the impression that Sega Japan didn't actually dislike this game.
I don't think
mean,
they
they're-
disliked this game, but like they often resented Western parts of Sega being successful.
That is extremely true. But was
I
this
mean-
game like a very successful Sonic game? I mean, it's always being thought of.
That's
like,
why I
weird
put the
after-
caveat, even if this had been a particularly successful game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
this
like,
is this is
like the
1990.
weird. Like
Yeah.
okay,
What were you saying, Mateki?
there are 4 or 3, depending on who you ask, Genesis Sonic games that are extremely well known, extremely beloved, and on every list of greatest games of all time. And then there's this one, which is just sort of there. It's the odd Genesis game. It's the weird.
What were you
Genesis
saying,
game.
Mateki?
Oh, I was just saying, I mean, even if this was like a critical darling, it was still a Genesis game that came out in like 1996, so it was never going to sell like gangbusters.
That is true.
It was more like the last dying breaths of a very old, very weary Silicon, ready to go out to the scrap heap.
They let Sega of America handle this because Sega of the West, essentially, Sega of America, Sega of Europe, handled this because, like, those were the parts of the company that were interested in actually, like, there are people that own Genesises / Mega Drives. They will want, like, there are still people that will buy software for this. Don't stop making it for no reason.
I just realized I haven't had any volume on my game this entire time.
Whoops.
And it's not even showing up in my volume mixer, which is not
That's
great.
very odd.
Sound. Oh, because I had disable sound on for some unknowable reason. I didn't do that on purpose. I don't know why it would do that. Okay, now I have sound. All right.
It's weird.
If I were somebody who cared about like the quality of my Let's Plays, I would go back and like restart, but I'm not.
Oh well.
Yep. I'm just like, oh well. Guess it'll be quiet. Guess it'll be a quieter video.
I guess that's my fault. I probably should have tested it for a little longer.
No. Like, believe me. Like, if I didn't notice and I'm actually playing the game, then there's literally no reason for you to notice when I ask you to mute the feed so you don't like have to hear your voice twice. What is the green guy doing? Green guy, what the fuck?
He's just having a party.
What the fuck?
He's
are you
having a
doing,
party.
green guy?
He really
He
likes
loves
that green
it.
I have
crystal down
literally
there.
one ring left, and he's gonna make me lose it. Look at this
He
asshole.
loves it.
Look
He's
at
having
him.
a great time.
Ah,
Look at him.
so
He's
fucking
got the
mad at
eyes
him.
on the prize.
He's
See
just
that green
chilling out.
crystal? He wants it.
I'll be back in a bit.
There's still one in the pit.
Oh jeez.
It's the green one.
Oh no!
he just fucking loves that corner. I'm so mad at him.
The green ones still suck. I can't believe it. Oh god!
They were supposed to fix
jeez.
this.
No!
Well, all right.
Oh,
You know,
that
I
hurts.
might actually just like wow. I'm getting dangerously close to a game over here. Holy shit.
Oh jeez.
boy. Okay.
Oh no!
Gonna do this proper.
Yikes!
Do it up fancy and dope. I am the Kang.
Yeah, and I will say, despite the fact that this game was probably not looked on particularly fondly by Sega of Japan, there were still a number of references to it in Sonic Adventure. Like
yeah.
the whole like a core component of the Chow A-Life stuff obviously comes from like trying to take the ideas from Knights, but putting it in a context where it, I would say, works a little bit better, because it doesn't, I feel like, mesh with the core gameplay of Knights very well, which is more of a score attack sort of thing. It's like trying to play a Tamagotchi in the middle of a Sonic 2 special stage. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
What, the Chow Garden?
No, the Knightopia thing with Knights, like that sort of artificial light stuff. Chow Garden works a lot better, I think, because you're not like trying to do everything in the level. The only way that it's like this is that it's you collect the animals from within the stage after you destroy the robots.
Right.
Right. You collect animals in Sonic Adventure, but like it's just a gimmick there. It's not like, you know.
Yeah. No, it's not a core component.
Like a core component.
Yeah, but it's also
not like you need it to beat the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Jun Sanui come back to do a bunch of the music. Like, I think he was the main musical director for the game, and of course he also reused a couple of tunes from this game in there. And there's also the fact that like some of the level designs are very clearly copied from like concepts in this game. Like if you remember, like the weird sort of metallic mesh areas up in the sky that are Tails special stages, I feel like they became like at least the last part of Windy Valley, where you're doing almost exactly the same thing.
You know, it's like super weird that like not only do I know what you're talking about, but like kind of totally agree with it.
It seems oddly fitting, although I'm not that much of a Sonic expert.
I feel like that was one of probably a few places.
You came to the wrong chat. We are both biggest fucking Sonic nerds.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like between the two of us in the Let's Play forum and the Anatomy of a Game forum, we've probably written like a novella at this point, at least. Actually, no, straight up novel at this point. Straight up novel.
Probably. Yeah, oh dear God, yeah.
A pantheon.
Oh. We are.
And we're not even done yet.
It's a it's the wheel of time, but for nerds fixated on blue fast fellows.
Instead of a wheel, it's just a spinning blue hedgehog.
Exactly. Hey Tails. Yeah, I guess I am going for Chaos Emeralds. I guess.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. There we go. Oh God. There we go. I mean, like, I'm probably gonna get the bad ending, but the super secret final boss sucks ass, so I'm not really worried about it. Plus, I already showed off the final ending, and I don't believe there's any major changes that the DX version, Director's Cut version, adds. Oh shit! I just realized that's what DX means. Goddamn.
Nice.
Director's Cuts, like a crisscross. How did I go so many years without even knowing?
I always thought it was like just DX is in like deluxe.
I suppose it could be that.
I don't know. I mean, there's not really a whole lot.
Let's see.
I mean, at least in Sonic Adventure DX, there's not really a whole lot changed to really make me think, oh yeah, this is obviously a director's cut. Mostly they just put in the Game Boy games, added the kind of iffy mission mode, and changed around all of the textures and got rid of all of the nice, lovely ambience from the lighting engine.
I don't believe I ever actually owned Adventure DX. At least not like, you know, physically. I got it on Steam eventually, because that's the version.
Yeah, I actually got one of the PC versions, like from not like the direct original Sega release, but like some sort of budget re-release publisher, and on like 2 CDs. It was like Sold Out Software, I think it was called.
Sold Out Software. Okay, wow.
I think it's just like some British software reseller group that's a very budget re-release.
It's like weird to me, given like how gigantic of a fucking nerd I am, when you always somehow manage to find a path I can't follow you down.
Well, I mean, I feel like this just comes down to the fact that the PC is a pretty open platform. So as long as you've got someone who's willing to press the discs, like, if you've made a game, there might be someone out there who's willing to do a physical release of it, even if it's not for too many copies or for a whole lot of money or, you know, particularly high quality merchandise. Like, the copy I had was like a very cracked disc case and everything, so it's not like we were using Supreme materials packed very nicely, well stored and all that good stuff.
Fuck, that actually goes back to the earlier area of the level. Well, I think I might actually die.
Oh no, did you fall down?
Come on, birds.
Oh, good.
Please stop jumping around the lava, you dicks. You utter assholes.
Yeah, this level is just so bad for this.
Oh, I died again. I'm on life 1. I don't...
Well, the good news is that this was one of those games where you actually can still be alive when your life counter is literally at 0.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's extra lives, so, you know, 0 means you have no man's left. So all of our life... So, like, if you think about it, all of our life counters right now are at 0. We don't get do-overs.
I mean, you don't.
I mean, you have a point. I was thinking more like in the sense that all of the Sonic games before now, the minute your life count reaches 0,
I mean,
like the little tally in the corner.
In response to Soy-Sus, I suppose, like, if we converted to a Hinduism or any other religion that, like, any other theism that, like, has that has a reincarnation as its central tenet, yeah, we could.
No, you just need to find the secret 1-up power-ups.
Oh,
yeah. Well, the good news is, I think you are probably not going to have to worry too much about being... You're more likely to be caught in an infinite death loop than you are in actually getting a game over. Now that we know where the extra life is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, the director's cut version will just, you know, pretty sure it will, like, you know, let you restart. Yeah, I think it saves the password in RAM, so even if you just hit the continue after you go back from the game over screen, you'll get right back to where you were. God damn it. Okay,
handy.
Birds, get over here. Thank you, birds. I hate these birds so much. There we go. 4, 5. Push these. Stupid things. I like this game, but that doesn't mean I don't also kind of totally fucking hate this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a love and hate relationship.
Yeah, when things go wrong,
it is an odd game. It is a game that probably shouldn't have existed, but it does exist. So, you know, what you gonna do?
I mean, I was, like, there were a number of reasons that I was terrible at this as a kid. Part of it was me not really understanding how games like this were supposed to control. So by some of the later levels, even if I ever got that far, things did not go very well.
Get back here, birds. I'm just gonna sit here on this moving platform. I don't give a shit. I will wait for you. Fuck, they're never gonna reach me. They're never gonna fucking reach me. We're lost. We are truly lost. We are truly lost. This is like when, okay, I recently rewatched, like, my archive of the first basically shot at this game. God damn it. Oh, okay. God damn it. Oh, get back here, birds. Birds. Please.
I was saying I think you should just wait on the hill for them.
They're never gonna get to me. They're never gonna. Oh, these sons of bitches.
I mean, the blue ones are usually even now pretty good at following you to where you need to be, even across these awful lava.
Yeah. Forgive me for my skepticism, but I'm just not fucking hopeful right now.
I mean, if you'd stayed where you were, I think you would have been okay.
You're a dick.
The Ventru asks, are you going to be playing Chronicles of a Dark Brotherhood at some point?
No.
Oh, no. No.
I would actually rank Dark Brotherhood as worse than 06, because 06 was the product of a lot of, like, bad ideas happening all at once, right? Dark Brotherhood was what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing about Dark Brotherhood that was obviously screwed up was the music engine.
Yeah, like, the only thing that they actually screwed up on Dark Brotherhood was the music.
Yeah, like, otherwise it was like Sonic 06 but they knew exactly what they were doing.
Right, in Sonic 06, they had all Sonic i6. The Sonic games are like basically a testament, like the entire franchise, of weird ambition overreaching your grasp, right? Doc Future recently wrote some fucking brilliant tweets on this, where he's like, no, it wasn't Doc Future, it was somebody on our forum actually, who said that like, that said Adventure is amazing because it's so excited to even exist.
Yes, it really is.
Yeah, it's incredible. It goes.
It's like
it's a game that like is so happy to even be, and like it does all this crazy shit that like doesn't really work, but it doesn't even matter because it's just so happy that it actually is here and actually made it this far.
It's reveling in the concept that it's finally the future. And honestly, I mean, I think if we're looking at like the original Dreamcast version, especially, I feel like the graphics have aged surprisingly well for how old the game it is.
Like for what it is a surprisingly good looking game.
Yeah, and I will say if you actually like restore all of the original Dreamcast like graphics and effects, it looks really good. You know, up-resed on a modern PC and everything.
I'm not a graphics theorist, but no, I do understand what you're saying. Oh wait, the end of the level's right here? I spent all those times and all those deaths on something totally pointless? God, that's embarrassing.
It's just like real life. What you were looking for was right in front of your face the whole time.
Let's go and die repeatedly to a boss. I should probably make a save state because I'm going to fucking die. Let's see, save state as... Shut your fucking face, Unca fucker. There we go. State saved.
Like I will say, when it comes to Sonic 06, that even for as weird as the story is, I can sort of see them thinking that they were not quite remaking Sonic Adventure, but they were very obviously making a game in that same sort of vein.
Wow. Wow. You guys are gonna laugh, but then you're gonna hate
Oh,
me.
yes. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, as a kid, I could never get past that boss. And
well, okay, this
the
is
only
cool.
reason
I can just literally just skip right back to it, so...
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this shit.
And jump into the lava.
Yeah, well, what I do... Yeah, just stand on those pipes and just hit him as many times as you can. Don't worry about taking hits, just re-grab rings, and if you really need them...
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, he goes...
Nailed it to the fucking wall! I am the king!
Yeah, once you realize that that's what
go.
they actually expect